The Senate passed a historic $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package yesterday. You're taking a live look at Washington, D.C., where just this morning, Senate Democrats also approved a $3.5 trillion budget resolution focusing on human infrastructure and climate change. Joining us live this morning via Skype is an exclusive interview with Dr. Lee Hanna from Wright State University to talk more about what this means. Now, they're two separate bills really addressing two different things. Let's talk about the $1 trillion infrastructure deal first, because this is really a sign of bipartisanship. A lot of people think bipartisanship is dead. What does this mean for the Senate being able to come together on a big deal like this?
Yes, this was pretty impressive. This was carried by a 69-30 vote, where almost, I think, the entire Democratic caucus was in, but several Republicans, nearly 20, including Mitch McConnell. And it is a good sign that there was some agreement and some overlap between the parties, nearly $1 trillion in what we would generally call kind of your more hard infrastructure, roads and bridges, public works projects, but also, broadband access was a priority here, as well as some other more modern projects that are included in this bill.
Now let's talk about the $3.5 trillion bill now. This is being passed through budget reconciliation. It's a process that means that Democrats don't need cooperation. It's a lot more money. Now, what does human infrastructure really mean for the Democrats, and how will this kind of change their platform moving forward, addressing many of their key priorities?
Yeah, so this makes the process really delicate. We know that if Biden could only get the $1 trillion through, this would be passed by the House today. They have the numbers, the Democrats do, and on his desk. But what we're going to, I believe, see is that some of the more progressive Democrats are going to use that $1 trillion bill kind of as leverage to push harder on this social policy bill, this $3.5 trillion, which has, a few more priorities of Democrats. It shores up Medicaid. It deals with climate change and climate technology. And that's where there's going to be a lot of friction. This will probably be the story over the fall, will be that there's this $1 trillion bill ready to go, but the progressives are going to kind of use it as leverage to try to get this larger bill through. And then we're going to whip back and look at some of the Democratic senators that are kind of in the middle and see if they're willing to go along with it. Because like you said, this is going to go through 50-50 more than likely, with Vice President Harris as the tiebreaker. And so, they need everybody on board for every single point. So there will probably be a lot of battles over this next season related to those projects.
Both bills, a big win for President Biden. Dr. Lee Hanna, thank you so much for joining us live this morning.
Thank you.